All right. Welcome. We are live once again with your Madden 19 Real Jump podcast. We are live. I already said that. Oh, I'm tired, man.
We all tired.
I got Riggs with me tonight.
Yo,
We got the homie T.
What's good?
We got AJ.
What's good, Junkies?
Unfortunately, we do not have Dino tonight. He is in the middle of that Hurricane Michael shit. He lost power. He was able to reach out to us, let us know he lost power. Hopefully everything's all right. If y'all could send prayers up to them and to the Florida area, man. It hit hard in where I kind of grew up at, Panama City area. I got family down there, and fortunately they're all okay, but houses and stuff, they're messed up. So they are currently in Mobile, Alabama in a hotel. So just keep prayers down there for that area if y'all would. Back again, man. Season 2. We are currently in week 4. We've seen some good wins, some funny losses, and then some bad off-season moves. And we're going to start off real quick with a reiteration. We're going to start off with a reiteration. Yes, this is a 48-hour league, but we want you to schedule your games in 24, play them in 48. Y'all have been doing real well with that. Last 2 pushes, I believe we got over 90% of all the games played. Maybe one or two forces or sims within those last couple pushes. So again, we appreciate y'all staying on top of that, getting your games played. We know it's a good time. We know we're having fun. First and foremost, we're gonna start with this off season, man. We saw a lot of movement with picks and players getting drafted, and we saw people not re-signing people. So we're gonna start off with a hot new segment we got on here. It's called Hot Trash.
Hot trash.
We're gonna start off with the Hot Trash segment, and this week's recipient of the Hot Trash Award goes to the Jets. You have 17 weeks to re-sign players. 17. You have an off-season of 12 hours from the end of the Super Bowl until the first signing of free agency to re-sign your players. And the Jets did not, I repeat, did not re-sign a starting, not a backup, not a development, not a practice squad, starting quarterback for their team. And they will receive the Hot Trash Award for that. Why? Because that's hot trash that you did not resign your quarterback. How you forget to resign a quarterback, the cornerstone of any team, is beyond me. Blowout against the Steelers. To a team that, the Steelers they went through some things. The owner of the Steelers had to go through some things. But what happened in week 2? Let's go see. Blown out 33-7. Why? Because you ain't had no quarterback. Week 3. He only lost 10-6, but he still lost. Bet if he had a starting quarterback, he would have won that game. And now going into week 4, he has the Patriots. So I think, and the Patriots is not a bad team. We got a new owner with the Patriots. Shout out to them. Tough opponent. It should be a good game. Hopefully we can see that game broadcast. But if they lose that game, I bet you it comes down to they ain't got no quarterback. So the Hot Trash Award recipient for this week goes to the Jets offseason because they refused to sign their starting quarterback. And it was hilarious. Oh, man. So, again, that was the newest segment of the podcast, Hot Trash. Once a week, we'll be bringing you a Hot Trash recipient. For those that don't know, I'm the Cowboys owner, and I am the Hot Trash leader. I proclaim myself as the Hot Trash leader of all Hot Trash. So, I will gladly give that award out once a week to who we deem as Hot Trash. starting off this season, man, we'll go look at some of the trades that have happened. There's some pretty decent trades that went on. Off season, we didn't really talk too much on them. You said what?
Said some good moves.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Some bad
man.
moves.
We seen some good moves and we see some bad moves, man. But for the most part, I would have to say, for most part, all the trades that I've seen go through have been pretty decent trades. I don't think anybody's had a bad trade. Well, only one trade I would deem bad for one team, and it's probably a trade that, for those who have been playing with this dude for a couple years, it's funny to see him kind of quote unquote have a bad trade. But I don't know. I guess it depends on how it pans out. But when you start off with, he had 3 picks that week, that first week, so I don't know how great of a trade that was, but it's definitely good for the team that got rid of him. And that trade would be the 49ers and Packers trade. Packers sent Aaron Rodgers to the Niners, and they got 2/3 and a 1/4. Which, again, with Aaron Rodgers being, 35? Was he 35, T? 36?
He might have been 35, something like
35,
that.
36 years old. And T, we got the owner on here, so tell us what that was about, man. Hey, but what was the mindset of the Packers organization making that trade?
Well, the mindset was, we drafted a quarterback, pretty good quarterback, in the first round of the draft. And Aaron Rodgers was in his last year of his contract. And we would probably have to pay Aaron Rodgers probably over $20 million next season for one season. So we unloaded freed up some cap space, and got a young rookie. Might have to go through our growing pains with him, but he's going to be the future of Green Bay.
No doubt. So again, man, to me, that was a great trade by the Packers. You're getting rid of a expiring contract, big contract, and you're able to make that move and get good return out. I think those draft picks will, yield some good return for the Packers. And we'll get to see a young new face in Green Bay. And I think, at the end of the day, if that's what the 49ers wanted, they felt that was what they needed. We'll see. The first week they had Rodgers, he ended up throwing 4 picks. So y'all tell me if that was good enough or not out there in Junkie Land. We also seen Vikings make some moves with the Ravens, sending 2/3 back to the Ravens for right guard. The Colts and Vikings traded. Vikings took Harrison Smith, Mackenzie Alexander. The Colts got a first-round pick, second-round pick, and a third-round pick. The Vikings got a first, second, and third-round pick for that. And the Vikings traded, he's trading 3 players. Eric Wilson, Harrison Smith, and Mackenzie Alexander to bolster up the defense for the Colts. We'll see if that makes any difference. Buccaneers got off a decent trade, swapping running backs and a first-round draft pick with the Bucs. Alex Collins goes from the Ravens to the Bucs, and Ronald Jones goes from the Bucs to the Ravens. So Ravens felt like that was the needed piece they needed. So we'll see.
Good trade.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Cardinals got a week 2 trade that shouldn't have gone through till week 3. Or after week 3 is when that trade should have went through. But Christian Kirk goes from the Cardinals to the Saints, who sent a first and second round pick to the Cardinals, man. So that's definitely a good trade for them, bolstering up that wide receiver core to go with Taquan Smith and that young studded tight end Thomas. That motherfucker is ridiculous. Browns traded with the Patriots. We see Philip Dorsett go from the Patriots to the Browns. We see Devin Tyler and 2 picks, a second round, a third round pick, go to the Patriots as well, bolstering that air attack over there in Cleveland. The Jags and Chargers had a big trade, sending A.J. Boye to the Chargers for a first round, third round, and 2 third round picks, and they sent Boye and a third round pick. So just Boye. And then the Jags and Packers had a trade, sending a receiver to the Packers a new target for that young quarterback, and a 3rd round pick goes to the to the Jaguars. And then who else traded? Oh, the Cowboys and Steelers had a big trade. La'el Collins goes to the Steelers, who send back Justin Hardy and a 4th round pick. And the Jets, who, yes, they received the Hot Trash Award, but we'll take this trade from them. Jets and Cowboys traded. The Jets sent Marcus May and a 3rd round pick for Ben Gideon, Malik Collins, and Randy Gregory. Why did they say they sent that many players? Because those are all expiring contracts. That's why the Cowboys did that. No reason to keep all that on my team when I can make space for new players. And the Jags also traded Keelan Cole to the Cowboys for a 3rd round draft pick because the Cowboys are losing all their receivers because of the Saints. It's just not right. Just not right. Another big trade, we see Brian Poole from the Falcons go to the Steelers for a 1st round pick. So the Steelers, we see, definitely trying to bolster up their secondary, make something happen in the AFC North. And then the Patriots swapped running backs with the 49ers, as well as picking up a 2nd round draft pick. Matt Breida goes from the 49ers to the Patriots, and Sony Michel goes from the Patriots to the 49ers. 2 young running backs, but at the same time, Breida's contract's expiring. Sony Michel's on a rookie contract. You tell me who wins that trade. And I'll leave that at that.
Let's see here. Oh, shit.
What happened?
These re-signings.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's some...
Chicago coming off that bag.
Yeah. Hold on. Who did Chicago re-sign?
Dak Dakota Prescott.
Wow. Well, now some people said, why the Cowboys trading Dak Prescott for Mitchell Trubisky? And now you see why the Cowboys traded Dak Prescott for Mitchell Trubisky. Because, nigga, we wasn't finna get this full $173 million for 7 years. Oh, no. Oh, no. The Cowboys definitely, if Dak need to be MVP for the next 6 years to get that contract worth. I'm going to just throw that out there.
I agree.
Because if he's not in the top 5 quarterbacks for the next at minimum 4 years, I'll give a minimum of 4 years, and he's not the top 5 in quarterbacks, yeah, he definitely stole a bag. So we'll see. The Browns re-signed Derrick Kendrick to 4 years, basically $20 million. That's not bad. Young safety, 4 more years. Marcus Peterson gets re-signed. Yeah, really, that was a dirt cheap re-signing, but it's a smart one because he can definitely get a younger guy in there sooner, and he's really not paying this dude anything. Marcus Peters re-signed with the Rams for 4 years, $36 million. That's not bad for a good corner that'll probably become a safety here within the next 2 years. They also re-signed Jared. Good Lord, Dak got more than Jared Goff? Man,
Hey, man.
6 years, $128 million goes to Jared Goff. Not mad at that, I guess. You got to do what you got to do. The Falcons re-signed Keanu Neal, 6 years, $62 million. That's not bad. That's an elite safety. That's not a bad re-signing. Cowboys re-signed Michael Brockers and Keelan Cole, both 4-year contracts. Brockers getting $47 million, and Keelan's getting $38 million. Not bad pickups. I think those are pretty good, with Brockers and Cole having the ability to become an elite receiver and Brockers being an elite defensive lineman. I'm pretty sure Dallas is leading in sacks.
Dirt cheap contract.
You said who's? Yeah, that's crazy. That's a great pickup, re-signing by the Dolphins. 4 years, $19.7 million for Robert Kimdichie, and that dude, he's good. He's a good play. He's a good D tackle. So that's definitely a great pickup by the Dolphins. And they also re-signed Kenyon Drake to 5 years, $27 million. That's not bad for a young running back too. Now, who got a bag that I did not expect to get a bag was David Johnson, 4 years, $78 million. That's a bag for a guy, for a team that runs the ball but don't really run the ball. You know what I mean? So that's an interesting re-signing. Jags got the two players everybody wants, sewed up for the next 6 and 7 years with both decent contracts too. Not too much on either one of those. Jalen Ramsey back with the 6 years, $71 million, and Miles Jack 7 years, $63 million. Man, those aren't bad pickups at all. Packers re-signed the star defensive tackle Kenny Clark, 5 years, $64 million. Look at these Cowboys with the negotiations, boy. Zeke Elliott, 5 more years, $48 million.
Y'all hold Zeke. Y'all should have gave him more money.
Hey, we said we wrote on the paper, we slid it across the table. Zeke picked it up and looked at it, and all he did was start smiling. We can't help that he was happy with that. He understands he's running. He's got a young line that he gets to run behind. He understands, he understands what's going on here. He understands we're building a championship team in Dallas, and he's happy to still be here. Even though Derrick Henry only got $7 million more less than him for 5 years too.
Hey, Derrick Henry went crazy. He signed that contract and rushed for 6 touchdowns.
He did.
Thanks,
he
Derrick
did.
Henry.
I'm not
my player of the week.
Man, I'm not mad at Derrick Henry, but Zeke coming off of being running back of the year and leading the league in rushing and getting that contract signed with Zeke, man, we love it here in Dallas. We see the Vikings definitely keeping Michael Thomas around. 7 years, $110 million. Is he going to be that viable for the next 7 years? I don't know, because the back half of that contract is going to cost him a lot of money. Back half of that contract is ridiculous.
Don't he have DJ Moore?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be quiet about that one. Then you got Anthony Barr, got re-signed, 5 years, $51 million. That's not a bad contract. He's a good outside linebacker for you. Somebody can definitely stick around for a couple more years. Colts re-signed Mackenzie Alexander after trading for him, 5 years, $10 million. They ain't got him for cheap. And outside linebacker Eric Wilson for 5 years. The other guy they traded for, 5 years, $9 million. So that wraps up the re-signing. So we definitely see some guys get in the bag, but we also see some guys making smart negotiations and re-signing guys for good money. Good money for their team-wise, doing what they got to do. Then we got what everybody been waiting on. These predictions, and we're gonna do it 2-part just like we did last year. We're gonna start with who we think is gonna win each division, and then next week we'll give y'all our playoff predictions and Super Bowl predictions. So we're gonna start in the AFC North. Unfortunately, we don't have our Browns commissioner on, so we that's who I would throw it to. But we see the Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns, and let me say, do not sleep on the Bengals this year. The Bengals look like they are a team to be talked about a little bit.
He was talking helly shit today, boy.
Yeah, he was. And you know what? I don't know. I don't know if he's wrong about it though, because it looked like he got his team. Like he got his team together. Oh, him and the Cardinals were supposed to play, but I believe the Bengals are on vacation, so that game won't be getting played. I don't think, but. It sounded like he had a lot to say. He said you got to look out for me. Ain't gonna be no pushover in Cincinnati this year. Me, I'll start with me. I think if the Steelers can come back, focus. We know they had, they went through some things in the last half of the season. But if they come back focused, I think they'll be all right. We see them make some moves to get some players and pieces in there. So I'll never sleep on the Steelers. The Browns, unfortunately, life happens. So hopefully we can keep him around in the league a little bit. If not, I could see them having another low season. And until they get beaten, I guess you kind of got to go with the Ravens. So I'm going to go with the Ravens to win the AFC North is my prediction. Riggs, what you got?
I'm rocking with the Ravens. They made a trade to get a new tackle and from the Patriots. And I think that was correct. and they got a new running back for his running game. A young, faster running back. Yeah, he's literally gonna run away with that division.
AJ, what you think?
He said you're not sleeping on the Steelers. Well, I am. I don't want to, but Q, you gotta show me something, man.
Wow.
You gotta show me something. So I'm gonna go with Baltimore taking this away. I got Baltimore hands down.
T, who you got winning?
I watched the game between Baltimore and the Steelers. It was a close game in the first half, and then the Steelers fell apart. I think the Ravens are consistent. The Steelers are inconsistent still. I'm taking the Ravens.
No doubt. So I think we can all pretty much say the Ravens. We all got the Ravens. Again, I know Dino ain't on here. Hopefully he would pick himself. So, but the majority's riding with the Ravens until we see him beat. That's who you got to ride with. Then we'll move to the AFC South. Riggs, I'll let you take it. Who you got? Who you got?
Man, I'm rocking with the Texans. And you know what? The surprise team? Go with the Titans. If he keeps his quarterback healthy this year, we might have 3 AFC South teams in the playoffs.
Okay, no doubt, no doubt. AJ, who you got?
I think the Texans and the Jags will most likely end up splitting once again, but just off of past history, I'm gonna have to give it to the Jags.
T?
I think the Jags get back to his old form. That's one of the scariest defense players I know. I got to take the Jags.
I'm going to go with the Jags. I'm not going to sleep on the Texans. And like Riggs said, be wary of them Titans. I think them Titans definitely going to do some things this year. We'll see how they perform and what they do. But like Riggs said, it could end up being 3 AFC South teams in the playoff. I could definitely see that happening. But I'm going with the Jags, man. I think if he can get Bortles to just play decent some way, somehow in the big games, he'll be all right. But it comes down to whether or not Bortles.
Healthy.
Yeah, that too.
The whole squad.
Yeah, that he caught a bad injury bug right in the playoffs, and that's the last place you want to catch the injury bug. So
start that shit to see them right off again.
Yeah. Fournette started down, ain't he?
Yep.
But you did pick
My
up.
bad.
But you did. I think we need to look into the Saints with some bounty gate, because I lost 2 receivers against that nigga. But moving
on the sideline shoestring tackle.
Moving on, man. We got the AFC East, or I like to call it the AFC Least. Until proven differently, we see the Jets that started out 1-2 after starting out 3-0 last year. Somebody should have re-signed the quarterback. The Bills are 2-1, and the Patriots. Even though the Patriots are 0-3, I feel like in that division, the Patriots could have a shot to win it. I really think the Patriots could win that division. Again, we might see a team. This might be the year we see one of these teams be 8-8, 9-7, and come out of there and into a playoff spot. I haven't really seen the Bills play. I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, they're 2-1. You say the Bills gonna win the division?
They're gonna win that division.
So Riggs got the Bills. I'm gonna throw it out there. I'll go with the Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots to win that division. AJ, who you got?
Being that he's a new user, Patriots possibly, but if the Bills if he keeps playing his games, I could see him possibly taking that division.
It's kind of hard for me to rock with a new user, especially after he traded away like key pieces on his offense. I really don't know. But,
T, who you going with out of the AFC least?
I'm gonna take the Bills.
Okay.
He got a good run game.
No doubt, no doubt. So we definitely be looking forward to seeing who comes out of this division. It's a toss up, man, because I'm not gonna sleep on the Dolphins either, man. With some of the trades and re-signings they've made, I think they got a team that could do something if they go out show and prove. So that's a toss up division. But like I said, I think I'm gonna go with the dark horse. I'm going with the team that's 0-3 right now, but I'm gonna go with the Patriots. So we'll see. Out in the West, man, we got the Raiders. Maybe I should call the West the AFC least, because this whole West is hot trash except for the Raiders. Chiefs hot trash. Broncos hot trash.
I need to pick y'all games up.
Chargers hot
Over there.
trash. They better do something, because they
stomping the mud hole in y'all ass.
Yeah, making it look easy. You can't let people get by easy. Give them some sort of competition out there in the West. But I think the consensus is everybody's gonna ride with the Raiders out in the West. Anybody got anything different?
Nah.
And then the Chiefs, man, after we see them move Patrick Mahomes and draft a quarterback that ain't talking about nothing, I don't know what they doing in that front office. But we'll leave that alone for another day.
Yeah, it's ugly.
They traded Patrick Mahomes, signed Teddy Bridgewater, and drafted a quarterback.
Yep.
And not even starting that quarterback.
Nope. That's what we seen. Like I said,
must be talking about the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Did the Chargers and the Chiefs make that trade for that quarterback, or they just let it ride?
I have no clue if they. I didn't see it happen, so I haven't checked nobody's roster.
Yeah, I don't think the Chiefs are gonna trade away their rookie quarterback. They number two.
I would hope not. The what, number 2 pick in the draft?
Yeah.
Number 1.
Number 1 pick in the draft. If he, I'm gonna be quiet about that one. That's your team.
You know how much money he got tied into quarterbacks, bro? He gave Teddy the bag.
Yeah.
And he signed the number 1 pick. Yeah. Bro,
he's still paying Mahomes a little bit of money too. It ain't like Mahomes didn't come out of there with a little bit of money.
Yeah, you know.
But we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and move on to the NFC North, man. T, we'll let you start off with it, man. Who win in that division?
The AFC North?
No, your division, NFC North.
Oh. I'm tell you right now. My thing is this: I just played him. He didn't blow me out, but he got a scary ass defense because he got his fucking linebacker up to 99 everything. I'm picking the Bears.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put it like this: if the Bears don't win that division, they just wasted $173 million. So when you pay a quarterback $173 million, the least you better do is win your division. But right now, I'm gonna say this: the Vikings are 3-0.
They start out hot every year.
They do. If he can keep playing the way he play.
Injuries.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the other part about it. But you know what? I'm gonna go with Unc, man. Unc put it out there. I'm gonna ride with the Bears too. You don't give a quarterback $173 million and not win your division. I'm gonna put it like that. So he better make sure he do something to win that division. Who you got, AJ?
It seems like he's hot right now, so I think I might have to also go with Moneybag Dak.
Man. Riggs?
Hey, I'm gonna rock with the Bears because we'll see how it be in a couple of weeks, because Vikings are on right now, but I know how the injury bug hits him. It hit him hard all the time, but he got a few pieces. I don't even know if he even picked up a new quarterback, but I'm gonna rock with the Bears.
Well, remember he traded Kirk Cousins, so he's running.
Who you got?
Who's his quarterback? I'll go look real quick.
He got Andrew Luck.
That's right. He picked up Luck. He picked up Luck. But again, like you said, that injury bug. If that's what I'm saying. You gave up somebody that, I mean, at least Kirk Cousins wasn't injury prone to go get a quarterback, but he take a good shot. Andrew Glass might be his name. So we got what? One. Everybody riding with the Bears? I think everybody riding with the Bears.
Yeah.
So again, if money Dak, boy, if you pay your quarterback $173 million, you better go do something. So I expect the Bears to win that division. NFC South, AJ, we'll start with you. What you talking about?
Well, last season I thought that Falcons receiver trio was gonna be a problem. It's really not. So I'm gonna give myself the nod.
Can I talk my shit again? That we seen a lot of money going to that Falcons team, but I'm riding with the Saints. I'm gonna go ahead and interject, and I'm riding with the Saints again too. T, who you riding with?
I gotta go with AJ, man. I think he's starting to get his mojo back from Madden 18. I'm taking AJ.
No doubt. Riggs.
Rocking with AJ. He upgraded his quarterback.
No doubt.
They still make bad passes, but it's a better quarterback.
Yep. Yeah. I can attest to that. Playing AJ, man, he definitely upgraded the quarterback. And with this guy, it seems like he makes bad passes, but we'll see a lot of that disappear as the season goes on and see him become more accurate. And I think that's going to be a huge help. He's got a bigger arm. He can he's got him some weapons now, man. He's going picking up Christian Kirk to go with Taquan Smith and that tight end Thomas. Definitely some weapons, and he still got Kamara. And Kamara can stay healthy this year. That'll be a big plus.
Man.
That'll be a big plus. And the defense, we know AJ can play a good defense, so yeah, I'm putting the bound. I'm gonna get somebody some money to knock that little nigga out too. But anyway. But yeah, I think everybody's gonna ride with the Saints on this one, man. The Falcons, we expect to see them in the playoffs. I'm not gonna say they're not gonna make the playoffs, but you put all that money into a team and they ain't doing nothing with it. What's the point? In the NFC East, we know who. I mean, I started off. We know who you riding with. I mean, come on. Until they beat me, it really don't matter what they talking about. It's gonna be them Cowboys winning the NFC East. And if the rest of them don't agree with me, they can all fuck off.
Oh, okay.
Nah, but the Cowboys, we know we got a big game coming up. Second division game of the year. Against the Eagles, man. I think that's our toughest competition each and every year is the Eagles. So that game will be played tomorrow, so definitely tune in. It'll be twitched by either me or the Eagles, and we'll make sure to get y'all the link, but that should be a good one. T, who you riding with in the NFC East?
Well, you my fellow commissioner. But I'm looking at this schedule. I'm looking at the Eagles schedule right now.
I don't like how you starting this off.
He took a big loss to first in week 1.
Yeah.
Came back and beat 2 division opponents handily. And he got you next week. The Cowboys made some good off-season moves.
Okay.
I'm going to get a nod to the Cowboys, but I will put this. This game right here between you and the Eagles is going to decide that division.
You think this the first game? Okay.
Yep. Because the reason I say that is because, like I said, I'm looking at the Eagles schedule.
No doubt.
his schedule gets fairly easy after the Cowboys.
Got you. I got you.
And if he wins against the Cowboys, he will be 3-0 in the division.
No doubt. Okay, I like how you broke that down. That was some good analyzing. I like that. I ain't mad at that.
Well, he got pissed.
Shut up, Riggs. All right, Riggs, did you want to talk? Who you got in the NFC East?
I picked the Eagles. Fuck you.
Well, shit. I hope the Texans blow you out.
Hey, he probably will. Shit.
No,
they
yeah,
swept me
shut
last
up.
season to the playoffs.
Yeah, but yeah, we know how that's going to go. Shit. But
Well,
anyway,
it was split. So, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can't use that move.
AJ, who you got?
I say y'all split, but Cowboys take the division.
Okay,
But Eagles still make it in a wild card.
no doubt. Pretty much same thing happened last year, but I believe we swept the division, but we ain't gonna talk about it. That was last year. But yeah, it should be a good contest this coming week, man. I'm kind of rolling with T. Say, man. If the Eagles' schedule's getting easier like that, then it's definitely a big game for both of us. So we'll see what happens. But you know who I'm riding with. You know I'm riding with my Cowboys, so I don't give a fuck what anybody got to say. Then we come to the last division, man. The NFC West. I think it's consensus, man. Even though let's break this down real quick. It was very quiet. What, week one? Week one got very quiet. Because a certain team didn't beat another certain team, and we didn't hear from nobody. Let's put that out there right now. Them Cardinals are 2-1 for a reason.
We just came out and did what we had to do. We came off of a good game during the playoffs, but the turnovers killed me. And going into that game, I knew turnovers couldn't happen. And look what happened.
No doubt. I feel like we got to see the Saints as a healthy team. We got to see the Saints not make mistakes. And we saw what the outcome was. A low-scoring affair that was in favor of the Saints. I mean, it's that simple. If you keep the Cardinals out of the end zone, you can make that a game against them. But in this division, I just don't see anybody beating the Cardinals. I know the 49ers are 3-0. Personally, I think that's fluky. I think they'll falter as normal and end up losing the division. But I can see the Cardinals probably running the table again until they play. Did they play Dallas this year? I believe they played Dallas this year. I think so. They'll end up with 2 losses. One to the Saints, one to the Cowboys. So they'll go 14-2 and win their division. I'll put it like that. T, who you got?
Yeah, with them.
I got to go with the Cardinals. I don't see nobody in that division beating them.
No doubt.
I
AJ,
think any losses he take gonna be outside the division.
Okay. No doubt. AJ, what was you about to say?
I was saying if them Niners go 14-2, that them 2 L's would have came from the Cardinals.
But I think I would want to say this though. I do want to say this. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut y'all off.
No, go ahead, T.
Go ahead.
The only person that could possibly beat him in that division if he plays fucking games, them Seahawks might could beat him.
I'm gonna let you ride on that one by yourself.
I disagree.
But
yeah, Bucks reached that division.
No doubt. I got the same. Riggs, who you got?
Got the Bucks, bro. I mean, I got Bucks. Got the Cards. Unless the 49ers can figure out his turnover prone issues,
Yeah.
I'm riding with the Cards.
Yeah. I think that's the consensus, man. I don't think we'll see anybody out of that division except the Cardinals. The 49ers will be fighting for a wild card spot. Along with the Eagles and the Falcons. I think that would be your 3 wild card fighters out of that. Mm-hmm. So it'll be an interesting wild card race. I think with everybody having one loss out of the big teams that we already picked, it's going to be interesting to see who gets home field advantage in the NFC playoffs and who gets that bye week. But that's our predictions, man, for this season of Madden, for season 2. If you don't like our predictions, you know what you got to do to change them. Play your games and win your games. That simple. Because if you're losing, it really don't matter what you say, to be honest. But,
I see a Super Bowl rematch in Week 10.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Well, so the Cardinals might have 3 losses there. Yeah, we starting early out here in Dallas. We starting early. But it's all good, man. Huh?
Cardinals schedule ain't too easy.
It ain't easy. But at the same time,
you got the Cowboys.
That's the type of competition you need to make yourself better.
Falcons.
Man, he ain't worried about the Falcons, man. Trust me, Falcons ain't even on his radar. Falcons ain't even on his radar, man.
I was just reading the schedule.
I hear you. But we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Kind of a short one, not really a long one. We just wanted to get this one out to you guys. You know, we said we're trying to be consistent with these and make sure we get them in. Next week, hopefully, you know, be a little bit more structured, a little more formatted, and be able to get y'all a good podcast in, man. But we appreciate y'all tuning in and listening. Again, man, if y'all watching live and you got questions, man, throw them in there. I am able to see your questions and things of that nature. If you want to ask questions or you want to talk trash, I'll throw those in there. We will be trying to get people back on again the next few weeks to come and talk with us. We don't want to keep doing the same guys, so we'll be reaching out to other members and other people in the league to come on and talk with us. We enjoy bringing y'all on here. This is as much y'all podcast as it is ours. Again, man, we enjoy the competition. We enjoy the trash talk. Real quick on trash talk. We all like to have a good time. We all like to talk trash. But when it becomes beyond just regular trash talk, leave that shit off our pages, man. We don't have time to deal with that. We grown people, man. We know ain't nobody finna fly out. Ain't nobody finna drive out. Ain't nobody finna do shit. So ain't even no reason to go there. If you're upset about something, there's 5 commissioners you can talk with. And please understand, the commissioners talk. We a tight-knit group. That's the way it is. We are a tight-knit group. So you think you going behind another commissioner's back talking to another commissioner, that ain't how that works. Please understand that's not how that works. We let each other know what's going on. Now, if it's some personal stuff, because we know some of y'all guys on a personal level, obviously we're not going to reiterate personal stuff to people, but we're not going to keep people out the loop of what's going on. Hey, I talked to this person. This is the basic. This is the skeleton of what's going on. It is what it is. But beyond that, trying to go behind another commissioner's back because you feel like you did something that they shouldn't have stopped you from doing, it all comes back full circle at some point. And we all know what's going on. We keep each other in the loop. So please understand that. And it's not to say that we trying to oust nobody or we trying to be bigger, better than anybody. But we know to run a good league. We've been in leagues where we've seen commissioners do stupid shit. And we try to avoid the stupid shit we've seen. We've all been commissioners in other leagues. That's why we understand how to do this commissionership thing in this league. So please, please, please understand. Going behind, quote unquote, going behind somebody's back to go talk to another commissioner, all you doing is telling the same commissioner the same thing. That's all it is. And please understand, we all know how to read. So if it's posted on the page, ain't nobody going behind nobody's back to go tell nobody nothing. It's posted. We see it. We read it. That simple. So, again, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We appreciate y'all being part of this league. We just like to have a good time with it, man. Do something different. Do something not every league is doing. This is, again, as much as your podcast as it is ours. We'll be making sure we start bringing y'all games of the week again. And it won't be the same teams again last year. I mean, obviously, some games are going to be bigger than others. But we're going to try to bring some other games to light, man. Bring to light some of the other users in the league. So be prepared to, if you're able to come on and talk with us, man. We normally try to run it on Wednesdays around 8:15, depending on schedules. So if you have the time and you can make the time, we would love to bring you on. If you want to be a part of the podcast, let us know, because sometimes we may not reach out to somebody because we just don't know if they want to be on, to be honest. And we all have busy schedules. So if you had the opportunity and you say, hey, I'd like to be on there, let us know. There's nothing to let us know that you want to come on. But if you got any questions you want to ask, or you want to talk trash and you're on a live show, or if you want to put it in the Facebook page and say, hey, this is my question for the podcast this week, put it on there. And we'll try to get to it and get it answered, man. Don't go around for last words. T, man, go ahead and hit them off with the last word.
Keep it fun, man. Play your games. Keep it fun.
No doubt, no doubt. AJ?
The Saints looking to make a Super Bowl run this year. I'm just putting that out there.
That run will stop in the NFC Championship. Riggs?
We appreciate y'all knocking y'all games out in a timely manner.
No doubt, no doubt. Much appreciated for that. Saints will be stopping their Super Bowl run in the NFC Championship, and it's a shame they got to play against Dallas and lose that game. But
I see a rematch.
Oh yeah, yeah. We looking forward to that. But again, man,
Nah,
like
not that
said,
rematch.
Oh, it ain't gonna be the Cardinals, so I ain't worried about that. It definitely ain't finna be the Cardinals. So the only rematch I can think about is that Week 3 rematch that the Dallas wants to avenge. So that's it. That's all we worried about. But now Dallas is focused on Week 4. Die Eagles die. How about them Cowboys? That's all it's gonna be. But again, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll holler at y'all next week, and we out.